I might have considered my first few years of school to be a complete waste of time if it weren't for my introduction to the Oregon Trail. Having already mastered most of the basic skills being taught to students in my first few years of school, I anxiously awaited that opportunity to navigate my handful of settlers across the Midwest to embark on that final treacherous raft ride into Oregon. The Oregon Trail is the definitive edutainment game, so imagine my excitement when I heard about Oregon Trail Director's Cut. That's Oregon with an A-N, not a reference to the state. This is important because this Oregon Trail is a parody of the edutainment classic that involves guiding your group across the continental United States to find shelter from a zombie apocalypse. Despite my love for the Oregon Trail, I have to admit from suffering from severe fatigue when it comes to all things related to zombies. It seems that almost every major gaming franchise has been out to empty the pockets of every nerd that reads Max Brooks's The Zombie Survival Guide like the Bible with zombie content of some sort. It would be quite an achievement for a game based on an old franchise primarily aimed at educating, employing one of the most overused concepts in all of gaming, to stand out in a meaningful way. The men who wear many hats originally created Oregon Trail as a flash game, and after some fundraising, they were able to release an expanded version of their original title on mobile devices, and now the PC. Oregon Trail takes its primary inspiration from the original Apple II iteration of the Oregon Trail. It opens with your character encountering Clement, a fellow survivor who kickstarts your odyssey across a post-apocalyptic United States. Once you name your party members and delegate your time to scrounging for key supplies such as ammo, cash, food, and scrap, your travels begin in earnest. Much like the game at Perry's, Oregon Trail is about balance. You will need to ensure that your party is fed, rested, and your car in tip-top mechanical condition. Failing to have the supplies on hand to overcome any of these obstacles will mean severe hardship. With every mile that ticks by, your party's health degrades, as well as your trusty station wagon. Injury and disease are common occurrences on the road, as evidenced by the many tombstones that can be encountered on your journey. These tombstones are not only reminders of the peril that faces your party, but also opportunities for upgrades and supplies. Party members can be bitten on your voyage and may require a euthanizing rifle blast to the head. Of course, if you're a misanthropic sociopath, you could always off your healthy party members and not have to worry about keeping them fed and healthy. Dotting the trail to safety are landmarks and cities that allow your party to trade, buy and sell items, upgrade your car, and purchase perks for your character. You can also take on jobs to earn some cash or supplies and chat up locals for information. Scavenging is often the easiest way to stay supplied on your journey. By opting to scavenge, an open field pops up with random items spawning. Little green zombies hone in on your character as you attempt to scoop up scrap for car repairs, food for nourishment, and cash for additional supplies. It's possible to defend yourself from the zombie onslaught while scavenging with a rifle. You must click and pull your mouse back, which brings up a line of sight on your screen, which can then be spun around while in a fixed position to dial your sight in on the revolting, rotting flesh heaps that converge in your position. Releasing fires, and these controls take a bit of time to acclimate yourself to. A couple seconds to reload between each round ensures a bit of tension as you scramble for goodies. Bosses are also randomly encountered on these scavenging excursions. They are more robust creatures that put up a bit more of a fight than your average walking corpse. The jobs that are on offer use variations of these mechanics. Some require you to defend a position by taking cover and killing zombies before they reach your position. Some have you locating an item in a scrolling field while zombies swarm. And the last variant has you trading gunshots with other humans in fortified positions. These minigames can feel repetitive after a while, since your character doesn't receive new weapons and enemy types are limited. The randomness of these events will keep you coming back, however. Also, random encounters with biker gangs and hordes of zombie deer mix things up while in your station wagon. Random interactions with other travelers on the road also spice up the core game and offer a little bit of narrative. Doing so kicks off an old school adventure sequence that often results in a reward of some sort. This touch adds quite a bit of replayability to Oregon Trail. While the randomness of Oregon Trail ensures a new experience every time, it can also lead to frustration. It's not uncommon for tragic events to occur in quick succession and take out a party member, even your party leader. It can be upsetting, perhaps off-putting for some, when a well-supplied and positioned expedition fails because of a bout of dysentery and broken ribs. In terms of presentation, it would be unwise to be put off by Oregon Trail's retro look. Its style emulates graphics on the Apple II, and visuals are littered with references to popular films and games. Pixel art portraits introduces cities and landmarks upon arrival, adding a bit of atmosphere to the proceeding. Also, the humble appearance of the game does evoke a kind of B-movie feel that complements its themes well. The soundtrack is composed of awesome chip tunes courtesy of Ben Crossbones that do an excellent job of helping the atmosphere and instilling a sense of dread and filling the atmosphere gaps left by the game's simple visuals. Oregon Trail also comes with a simple physics-based minigame entitled Clement's Quest that tasks you with driving your car across a side-scrolling plane while managing your food supply, mowing down zombies, and traversing unforgiving terrain. It's not a diversion that will hold your attention long, but it is amusing for a few minutes. Ultimately, Oregon Trail Director's Cut is one of the best games to emerge from the zombie zeitgeist that has gripped popular culture over the past half-decade. It offers an excellent mixture of humor, strategy, and retro fun, and is truly a clever revival of a key gaming classic for those of us who grew up in the late 1980s to early 1990s. With all of the infinitely boring zombie shooter experiences that task you with surviving endless waves of undead monstrosities, it's good to see a more clever and comprehensive rendition of what it would be like to try and survive among undead hordes and nuclear waste. The frustrations that result from the game's random nature and its repetitive minigames do little to diminish the thrill of making it across the entire United States to safety. If you have $5 to spare, and can't get enough of Oregon Trail and/or zombies, do yourself a favor of investing in Oregon Trail Director's Cut.